From hunter-gatherer to heart disease. How 150 years of processed foods are derailing 200,000 years of evolution, and the simple food swaps to reclaim your health today. In this video, you'll discover why so many people today are sick and tired. We'll reveal how our diet changed from healthy whole foods to processed junk, and why companies keep selling us unhealthy options. You'll learn about the shocking history of our food, why obesity and diabetes are skyrocketing, and most importantly, simple steps to reclaim your health by making smarter food choices. Stay tuned to understand why your body deserves better food. Do you ever feel confused about what foods are actually healthy? One day fat is bad, the next it's good. Some diets say eat plants, others say eat meat. It's exhausting. You're busy enough without trying to decode conflicting health advice. The truth is, our modern diet has changed dramatically from what humans ate for thousands of years, and those changes are making us sick. Today, we'll take a look at our dietary evolution and explain what you can do to feel better without expensive trends or complicated rules. For more information on our dietary evolution, click the link in the description below. For almost all of human history, 99.996% of it in fact, our ancestors ate very differently than we do today. Early humans who appeared about 200,000 years ago were hunter-gatherers who ate a diverse mix of whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and meats they hunted. This variety of unprocessed foods gave them all the nutrients they needed to survive and thrive. Our ancestors were able to move across the globe and adapt to different climates because their bodies could handle many food sources. A major breakthrough occurred when humans began cooking with fire around 500,000 to 800,000 years ago, and this changed everything. Cooking made food safer to eat and easier to digest. In fact, cooking might be the most important food development in human history because it helped our brains grow and develop. As humans migrated out of Africa between 70,000 to 100,000 years ago, reaching colder regions around 30,000 years ago, they had to adapt to new food sources. During the Ice Age, about 21,000 to 24,000 years ago, finding food was even harder. Our ancestors developed new hunting techniques and became very resourceful. These challenges actually changed our bodies. Our digestive systems evolved to better process fats and animal proteins. Around 12,000 years ago, everything changed with what we call the agricultural revolution. Humans stopped wandering as hunter-gatherers and settled down to farm. They started growing crops like corn, wheat, potatoes, rice, and soy. They also domesticated animals and began consuming dairy products. This created more reliable food sources, which was good in some ways. But there was a downside. People started eating less variety and relied heavily on grains. This shift was actually the beginning of many health problems we see today. But the biggest changes were yet to come. Just 150 years ago, a tiny blip in human history, the Industrial Revolution brought what we now call the standard American diet. Mass farming with chemicals and genetic modifications completely changed food production. New technologies like canning and artificial preservatives made food last longer, but also introduced heavily processed foods into our diets. In the 1940s, something happened that dramatically changed what we eat. Seed oils became common in our food. These highly processed oils, which were originally used as industrial lubricants, started appearing in processed foods and for frying. These cheaper oils replaced traditional healthy fats like butter and tallow. Then, in 1955, when President Eisenhower had a heart attack, Americans wanted to know why heart disease was increasing. A researcher named Ansel Keys conducted a study that ended up influencing the creation of the food pyramid, which told people to eat lots of processed grains. His recommendations pushed healthy fats aside and made way for foods that needed sugar and processed oils to taste better. The 1950s and 60s saw more people moving to cities and more women working outside the home. This created demand for convenient, quick foods. Supermarkets expanded, processed foods were heavily marketed, and new food additives were developed. In the 1970s, President Nixon wanted to provide affordable food with a long shelf life, so he subsidized American farmers to grow massive amounts of wheat, corn, and soybean. These subsidized crops became the foundation of processed foods, further cementing our shift toward a diet high in processed carbs and unhealthy fats. Fast food chains grew rapidly during this time, and microwave ovens became common in homes, making it even easier to eat heavily processed and pre-prepared foods. By 1990, another big change happened. Food manufacturers and fast food restaurants stopped using beef fat, coconut oil, and palm oil for frying after health campaigns against saturated fat and cholesterol. They switched to processed vegetable oils, which are still marketed as healthier today, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. So where has this led us? The numbers tell a shocking story. 52% of people worldwide are overweight, with 13% considered obese. In America, it's even worse. 73% are overweight, with 31% considered obese. 11% of people globally have diabetes, and 30% are pre-diabetic. 25% of people have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. These aren't just statistics. They represent real suffering. Chronic diseases linked to poor diet are rising everywhere, and they're directly connected to the processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats that have become staples in our modern diet. So what can you do about this? The good news is that by understanding how we got here, you can make better choices. The solution isn't complicated or expensive. Return to a more diverse, whole foods diet. Focus on eating a variety of fruits and vegetables, healthy saturated and monounsaturated fats, and responsibly sourced protein. By making these changes, you can help reverse the effects of our modern diet and reclaim your health. Our bodies still work best with the foods we evolved to eat, not the processed alternatives that have taken over our grocery stores and restaurants. Ready to take back control of your health? We think you'll love this next video. Please be sure to subscribe for more evidence-based health guidance without the confusion. Click the link in the description for our free beginner's guide to nutrition, movement, and sleep. Leave us a question in the comments. Your questions help us create videos for your health journey. See you next time.